Yo, what is going on, Guardians, and welcome back to another Destiny 2 gameplay video. Hey, in this video, I wanted to chat about fusion rifles in Destiny 2, and specifically, foster a conversation about their role in PvP and, I suppose as well, PvE. And we're going to ask the question, are these things going extinct? Now, in the background of this video, you'll see a few different fusion rifles of varying types. You'll see the main ingredient. This one's got firmly planted and rangefinder, as well as particle repeater. You'll see the Exile's Curse from the Trials of Osiris God roll, which I did an entire video on a little while ago, focusing on this thing. And you'll also see the Bastion toward the end of the video, including a brief clip featuring 13 kills in less than a minute, using Bastion and Summoner for one match per the request of my chat on stream. And then I immediately put the combo away afterwards. So let me let me mention real quick that I partner with GamerSups and absolutely love their product. It's a caffeine drink for gamers that doesn't pretend to be a cure for like 100 ailments. It just gives me a nice energy boost in the afternoons while I'm streaming. So feel free to use my discount code Vanguard for a little discount and a little kickback for me at gamersups.gg. Alright, fusions. So let's kick off this discussion with some numbers. I know people love to complain about fusions. It's been trendy to do so for years. They've been called dad rifles. They've been memed and shamed. But honestly, I see fusion rifles as an iconic weapon type in the Destiny universe since the beta. In fact, when the beta came out for Destiny 1, and that beta we were playing on First Light, and we were playing on Shores of Time, which is now brought back as a Destiny 2 map as well. But we were playing on Shores of Time on Venus, and on Venus, man, I loved during the beta. I fell in love with fusion rifles. They were so fun to use in the beta. And I was like, man, I'm gonna main these guns when this game comes out because I was having so much fun with them. And it may shock you to hear where fusion rifles rate right now in terms of usage. In PvP right now, fusions have an abysmal usage rate of 4.8%. So let me put that number into perspective for you real quick. Let's compare it to other special weapons. Shotguns are at 13.8%. So that's basically triple the usage rate of fusion rifles. So there's 3 shotguns for every 1 fusion rifle in the game right now. And that's a pretty big ratio considering teams are only 3 to 6 people. So that means you're usually only going to run into 1 fusion rifle in a match, and if you're in a 3v3 playlist, your chances are even less of running into a fusion rifle in that environment. Snipers are at a 7% usage rate, which is still decisively greater, and even sidearms, which I suppose aren't technically special weapons, but in many ways function like one, have a 5.8% usage rate, which is still more than fusion rifles. So, also, you want to hear where fusions fall in the endgame PvE activities? Yeah, they have a 2% usage rate. I mean, they're basically a joke, more or less, in that arena. They don't have a lot of utility. So, the question is, why? Why are fusion rifles getting left behind? It seems like, other than outliers here and there, fusions have been underdogs in the sandbox for almost all of Destiny 2's lifespan. I mean, there was a time where Merciless was a top-tier PvE weapon, but that era came and went very quickly. On the PvP side of things, we saw Telesto have a ton of popularity and effectiveness for a brief window before it got nerfed. We saw the Aaron Till pose a real threat until it got nerfed. But other than that, I mean, Bastion is the only weapon that people have really complained about, and even Bastion isn't S tier in PvP in my opinion, it's A tier. So outside of a couple of outliers, fusions never really have been used too much comparatively to shotguns and snipers in Destiny 2. And here's the truth about fusions, when it comes down to it, almost all fusion rifles in this game are horribly inconsistent and unreliable. In reality, no matter what your fusion rifle is, no matter what archetype it is, you are always after just the same few perks, or it's utter trash usually. And that really does take the fun out of fusions. I'm not looking for cool perk combos. I'm looking for a very, very specific set of perks on every single fusion rifle to offset their inconsistencies. When every perk you're looking for is just to make up for how inconsistent a gun is at its base level, that's not fun. That takes the fun out of looking for random rolls and perk combinations. And even then, the consistency is still only going to get so good. She's a cruel mistress, the fusion rifle. You know, one night she may come on strong, take you someplace private, and blow your mind. And then for a couple of weeks, entirely ghost you after that, right? And most people aren't going to want to deal with that mental torment. They're going to settle down with a girl who's always there for them. And fusions aren't that girl. I think back to Destiny 1, and there were so many great legendary fusion rifles that really kicked butt and sort of marked checkpoints in my Destiny journey along the way, you know? You had the Light Beware early on in the game, Each New Day, Saladin's Vigil, the exotic Plan C, which was and still is one of my favorite, all-time favorite weapons in Destiny. You had the Ash Raven's Flight, the 77 Wizard, the Thieves in FR4, the Praetorian Foil, the Vacancy, the exotic Pocket Infinity. I mean, there were so many cool fusions, guys. There were so many great fusion rifles, and the perks weren't the same every time. I gotta say I miss that. I think Destiny 2 has been missing the mark for a long time with fusion rifles, and outside of a select few, we don't really have any fusions that have been serious contenders. So I hope that ultimately Bungie will take a look at fusions and try to see what they can do to bring their consistency up a little bit across the boards and get fusions really back into a spot as a core weapon type in the game. They've been almost all of them at the wayside for too long. So let me close this portion of the video with a question. Which Destiny 1 fusion rifle would you bring forward if you could? Which D1 fusion would you drag straight into your Destiny 2 Guardians inventory if you could do so, and why? So let me just remind you guys, I stream 5 days a week. You're welcome to come by. We have a wonderful community, very welcoming, very relaxed. We stream on Facebook Gaming, fb.gg/TheTrueVanguard, or just type in TrueVanguard.com. It'll take you straight to my page. As far as future uploads go, when the new content drops, I'll be hitting that upload button a lot more regularly. So feel free to buckle up or hit the subscribe button so that you can see when those uploads start flowing out. I also partner with ViewSonic Elite, so if you're ever in the business of looking for a new monitor, feel free to check out the ViewSonic Elite website, which is linked in the description. And every week on Wednesday nights, I record a live show with Cacus HD and MTashed called Real Gamer Hour. It's a live podcast, and we've been having so much fun with it, and people have really been showing up this past week. When we recorded our episode this week, we had almost 1,000 people concurrently watching for almost the entire show, and it's been really well received. So we just had a whole lot of fun recording that show, and we really focus on the gaming community at large, what's happening in our community, what's happening with developers, and try to keep people informed and host good conversations about those things. We don't pull punches, and we don't shy away from topics that other people might not want to touch. So feel free to come by and check that out sometime. We stream that here on YouTube, and we upload every episode here on YouTube. If you just type in Real Gamer Hour into the search bar here on YouTube, it'll take you pretty much right to our channel. Will be the top response to that search. So thanks for watching the video, guys. I look forward to seeing you hopefully in the Crucible sometime. Be warm and well fed, my friends. See you later.
You made that look easy, Warlock. Gained the lead. Double down. 2 for 1. Let them come. This is their fate. What can stop you if you fight together? Nothing. Zone B captured. You have zone abuse.